Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to NHL 17 franchise mode with your Columbus Blue Jackets. Yes, we are halfway through our second season at the helm of the Blue Jackets organisation. We are going 22, 17 and 2, good for 46 points. And we are only 4 points back from first place, 2 points back from third, 3 points back from second, 4 points back from first. So we're playing pretty well here. We ended last episode going on a bit of a losing streak or starting to lose a few games, but we had an awful start to the season. We've managed to pick it up. Now, my plan is we're going to simulate to the trade deadline, and we're probably going to have to say goodbye to Sergei Bobrovsky. He's played well for us here, but Sergei Bobrovsky, I mean, we've got Korpisalo who's playing at like an 87, 88 at the moment. So I really think we should let him get the starting time he deserves. So here we go. Simulate up to the trade deadline. See if we can start this episode with a win. We start with a 3-2 win. There you go. Nice one. Sorry, New Jersey, but I need that win. Right, another home game against the Detroit Red Wings. We've got a 3-game homestand here. Jeff Blandishi. So there's a waiver claim for Joseph Blandishi. He has 1 goal and he's a -3. He's a bottom 6 forward, 23 years old. Nah, I don't think I need him. Right, against Detroit. Overtime win. Good, 2 straight wins. Cam Atkinson's been injured. Oh, that's a pain. Then a 3-1 loss against the Rangers. Sonny Milano's been called up. He's nervous about his call-up. You'll be fine, Sonny. Don't worry about it, mate. You're going to be on the roster next year for sure. Cam Atkinson's back. New Jersey. A 2-1 loss against New Jersey. Okay, so two wins, then 2 losses. Playing 500 again. All right. I mean, what can you do? So, against Washington. Oh, Scott Harrington's back from injury. Against Washington, can we squeak out a win here? We can. Good, a 4-2 win. Good, lads. And then another game against New Jersey, and we shootout wins. So we've got 2 wins against New Jersey 3 wins against, 3 games in 2 weeks against New Jersey. We'll scout defenseman, yeah. So we've got, 3 games against New Jersey in 2 weeks, and we won 2 of them. They got 3 points out of a possible 6. We got 4 out of a possible 6. And then a win against Carolina. That's awesome. Good. We're going on the winning path here, lads. I like this. Overtime loss against San Jose, we get a point. If we lose games and get a point, I don't mind. I'd rather have them than regulation losses, you know. But I wouldn't rather have them than wins, you know. Shootout loss against Pittsburgh. Okay, at least we've got another point from that. Right, a game against the LA Kings. Home game for us. And we lose. Okay, we get shut out 3-0. That's a bit of a pain in the arse. Against the Rangers, good, a shootout win. Good. We've had a couple of shootout losses. We got a shootout win. Against Carolina again. We overtime win. Good. We're winning these very close games. If we can keep that up in the playoffs, that's going to be very helpful. We're going 29, 20 and 4 so far this season. Come on, lads. Come on, let's get our 30th win of the season against Minnesota. And we win 3-1. There you go. 30th win of the season against the Minnesota Wild. Okay, we've got quite a long break. Almost a week-long break before we go up against the Dallas Stars. Okay, here we go. Come on, a home game against Dallas. Let's beat them, lads. Come on, let's do this. And a 4-1 win. There you go. Only allowed 2 goals in the last 2 games. Not too bad. Against Boston, another home game. Can we beat the Bruins? I think we can beat the big bad Bruins. They're not quite big and bad anymore. Well, they're going 33, 19 and 5, so they're doing all right for themselves. Another scouting assignment. We'll scout defenseman in the OHL for a month. Alexander Wenberg's back. Tremendous. Against Boston, a 4-1 loss. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. So, game against the Capitals. We lose. Let's not go on a losing streak here, lads. I'm not taking a 3-game losing streak. Against Tampa Bay, we win. Good. See, they listen to me. I like it when my players listen to me. Against the Edmonton Oilers, they're playing under 500. Now they're playing 500. Yeah, well done, Columbus. Good job, lads. Right, against Montreal, how are we playing here? Gregory Campbell has been injured. Trade deadline. Yeah, well, we're going up to the trade deadline anyway. 4-2 win against Montreal and then a 3-1 win against the Maple Leafs. Good, lads. Right, so we are in a wild card spot at the moment. We are 5 points behind first place. So the 3 top teams in the division are still there. We have a 5-point advantage over the New York Rangers for a wild card spot. 2 points behind third place and 5 points roughly behind first and second. Right, so we're up against the trade deadline. We're going to make some trades here, lads. There are going to be some trades made. The first one, I think, has to be Sergei Bobrovsky. I mean, Sergei Bobrovsky, if we didn't have Korpisalo here, like, for example, Korpisalo, he's playing at an 88 overall. You know, he's 88 at 23 years old. If we don't give him the playing time that he deserves, he's not going to be very happy. So we can send him to Arizona are interested. We also have Colorado interested. Detroit interested. Edmonton are interested as well. Who else have we got? Nashville are interested. The New York Islanders are interested. Interesting. Vancouver are interested. And that's going to be about it. So, we're looking for first-line players here, and I don't think Arizona are going to have any. They've got Dylan Strome, who's 80 at 20 years old. They've got Pavel Datsyuk, but we're not having him. So I want to prioritise overall points. Max Domi, no. So, there's no first-line players on the Arizona Coyotes roster. Colorado. Now, this is one of the ones we were interested in. Maybe going for Nathan MacKinnon. We picked him up in our LA Kings franchise mode. He's 90 at 22 years old. He's not very happy where he's playing at the moment. He's had a pretty decent season. He's a plus-minus of 0. He's got 6 years left on his contract. He's only 22 years old at 90 overall. That could be a good pickup for us. So Nathan MacKinnon is one of the options. In Detroit, we have Dylan Larkin, 87 at 21. Nah. Wingers, we have Thomas Tartasource, no. And Gustav Nyquist, no. So, it's still very much looking like the choice is going to Nathan MacKinnon. Connor McDavid, we don't have a chance in picking him up. Milan Lucic, nah, he's in his prime. And Eberle, he's already in his prime. We want somebody that's a very high overall that hasn't even hit their prime yet. Then we have Nashville. Let's take a look at what Nashville have got. Ryan Johansson, we could bring Johansson back. There's Philip Forsberg, 88 overall at 23, but I kind of feel like we need that first-line centre. There's James Neal as well. Yeah, I kind of feel like we need that first-line centre. That would solidify the rest of the team. John Tavares also was a choice. He is in the last year of his contract. A 93 overall, 27-year-old player. Now, John Tavares would be a good pickup as well. However, I don't think they're going to be interested in trading him. Anybody else interested in Bobrovsky? The Vancouver Canucks, but they don't really have any decent players. They have Louis Eriksson at an 87, but I want better than that. I think our best bet, once again, is to go for Nathan MacKinnon. I really think it is. I think we're going to have the best chance with him. He's had a pretty good season so far. We could maybe just chuck in an extra pick, and we'll be done, I think, with this trade. So if we chuck in our third round pick of the draft. So we are going to go Sergei Bobrovsky. He's got 2 years left on his deal. We'll be saving about $1 million, just over $1 million of cap space with this. Sergei Bobrovsky and a third round pick from this year's draft for Nathan MacKinnon. Will that go through? No, it won't. Okay. I think if I chuck in a second, I'll be able to get this through. So we'll do that then. Sergei Bobrovsky and our second round pick from this year's draft for Nathan MacKinnon. Will that go through? One of Merz Inkalis has to be called up, so I think it's gone through, lads. Yep, the trade has gone through. There you go. So, we'll go best roster. Now, the other player I was interested in trading away was... Jack Johnson. He's the other guy that I'm interested in. He's 87 at 31 years old, so I'm thinking if we can pick up a guy that's very similar in rating, but that's younger, we should be set here. So, we've got Minnesota and Montreal that are interested. We have the Rangers, Ottawa are interested. Pittsburgh are interested. San Jose, St. Louis are interested. Tampa Bay is interested. Wow, a lot of contender teams are interested in picking Jack Johnson up. Now, I did do a little bit of pre-scouting here. I'm thinking that Jacob Trouba could be a good pickup for us. Now, the reason I choose Jacob Trouba, yes, he's a right-handed shot, and we've got a lot of right-handed shots on our team at the moment. Trouba is one less overall compared to Jack Johnson. He's got a couple more years left on his contract. He's got 3 years left on his contract. He's a +8. He's had 10 points this season. He's more of a two-way defenseman. Jack Johnson, he's had about 10 points. He's a +8. So they're very similar players. The only difference is 1 overall point that separates the two of them. But the biggest difference is Trouba still has 3 years of growth, whereas Jack Johnson is done. So Trouba could grow to an 88 maybe. He might stay at an 86, but in that case we won't have lost too much. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to see if I could throw in a draft pick that they're interested in giving away, and we'll see if we can do that, get Trouba on the team. So if we chuck in a third round pick from the Winnipeg Jets. So Jack Johnson, actually we'll chuck in a fourth from us. Fourth round pick. Well, they're not interested in a fourth, but we'll chuck one in nonetheless. So Jack Johnson and a fourth round pick from the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for Jacob Trouba and the Winnipeg Jets' third round pick of this year's draft. Will that go through? No, it won't. Okay. Okay, let's just try player for player then. You know, we'll give it a try. Jack Johnson for Jacob Trouba. Standard, old, classic, vintage NHL player for player trade. Will that go through? Yes, it will. Okay, Jacob Trouba has joined the Columbus Blue Jackets. Thank you, Jack Johnson, for everything you did on the team. I'm sorry you had to go like this, but you've only got 1 year left on your contract. You may be asking for a bit too much money from me. So I had to make that move. And Trouba is about 8 years younger. So that really does help. Well, 7 years younger, I think. So our first line now looks like Boone Jenner, Nathan McKinnon, Cam Atkinson. Nice. Brandon Saad, Dubinsky, Foligno. So we've got an 88 on the second line now as opposed to an 84. Massive upgrade to our top six. Bergenheim, Wenberg, Bjorkstrand on the third line. Sonny Milano. Oh, he's got his call up, has he? He's scored his first NHL goal this season. Brian Boyle and Josh Anderson on the fourth line. Then we have David Savard, Seth Jones, Ryan Murray, Jacob Trouba, Varensky, and Harrington. I'm thinking, if we go Murray on the first pair, if we put Trouba on the last pair, and we put Varensky there, so we have all the right-handed shots on the right hand and all the left-handed shots on the left hand. We'll give that a try. We'll see if that works. If that doesn't work, then no worries. We can change it up. And then we've got Korpisalo in net for us at an 88 overall. He's still got like 4 years left of growth. So I'm hoping he reaches at least a 90. Got a couple of player meetings that we need to have done. So yeah, those are our trades. Those are our trades for this season. Right, Ryan Murray, he's not very happy. Demanding, he's happy with that. I'm glad to join the team. Demanding, he had no impact. And I'll go calming for you. Not affected one way or another. Okay, I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Why not? So, we have 20 games left in the season. We are just about in the playoffs at the moment. We need to go on a bit of a win streak here. We can't drop too many games in the last 20 games this season. Let's do this, lads. Right, first game is the 2nd of March against the Calgary Flames. Can we snag a win here? It's a home and home. So the first game after the trade deadline, we win in a shootout. I'll take it. It's better than a shootout loss. It's better than a regulation loss. Against Calgary, another shootout win. Okay, so 2 straight shootout wins. We'll go best roster. We'll keep the ticket prices. Ramage is upset because he's been sent down. Okay, an away game against the Dallas Stars. We pick up a win here. An overtime win. See, we are clutching out these wins now. We will need that in the playoffs. Against Philadelphia, a 6-2 loss. Okay, not the best, but they are a team that's above us in the standings. Against Boston, a 3-2 win. Good. We get revenge for that previous loss against them. Against the Rangers, a 5-3 loss, and then a 4-2 loss. Okay, so we've dropped 3 of our last 4. Against Nashville, can we pick up a win? Good, a 5-2 win against Nashville. We've almost hit 40 wins this season. Keep going, lads. Cleveland players injured, not a problem. Cleveland aren't playing too well this season. 29 or 30-28 or 23-8. A shutout against the St. Louis Blues, brilliant. Right, if we scout forwards in Russia for 3 weeks, that would make sense. Against Pittsburgh, we lose 4-2. Not very happy with that. Come on, we need to get some wins here, lads. Against Montreal, an away game, we lose 3-0. Okay, this is not good. 2 straight wins and 2 straight losses. Against Ottawa, a 2-1 loss. What's happening here, lads? What's happening? Why are we going on a 3-game losing streak? Against the Islanders, good, a shootout win. We need those wins. Those wins are important. The Islanders got a point, but we got 2, so that's important. Against the Panthers, we lose, not very helpful. Against New Jersey, we lose. Why are we losing all of these games? Why are we losing all of these games, lads? I don't get it. We're right at the end of the season. Now's not the time to lose games. Oh, Jesus. Right, against Washington. Actually, I'm going to stop the simulation after the game against Washington. Seth Jones is injured. Fuck. We lose 4-3 and we lose 2-1 against Minnesota. We're going to be out of the playoffs, aren't we? We're going to be out of the playoffs if we keep playing like this. We're in a wild card spot. Just. We need to win some games here, lads. Might have to go ×8 simulation in the games. Nathan McKinnon with a 56-point season. Not too bad. He's leading our team. I need to look at the Eastern Conference. So, wild card spot. So, Toronto is the team behind us. They're 3 points back from us. We might just squeak into this postseason. Oh, jeez. Right, we're going to go ×8 simulation for the last few games of the season. I think we have to, or like period by period. Right, against the Nashville Predators. This is the 4th last game of the season. Here we go. Or the 3rd last. Foligno against Pyatt for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, so 1-0 lead on them. Johansson scores on Korpisalo. Not very helpful there, lads. Second period. Nothing happened. Boys, you've got to score some goals here. Right, time zone simulation on the third period. Power play for the Blue Jackets, they can't get anything done. Power play for the Predators, they can't get anything done. We're out shooting them now, which is good, but we're not scoring anything. Where has our goal scoring gone? We've improved our top 6 and our goal scoring has disappeared. I don't get this. I'm not losing 1-0 or 2-0. We're going to score a goal here, Columbus. Score a goal. No? Oh, for God's sake, Columbus. What are you doing? Right. This is not good. This is not good at all. We will sim to our game against the New York Rangers. This is really not good at all. We get shut out 1-0. This is not helpful. Seth Jones is back though, so that's good to know. Carolina are literally 2 points behind us. We need to win these games. We need to win these games. Seth Jones is pending an evaluation, but he is healthy. Right, Brandon Sarge, you're going first line. Josh Anderson, I don't know why you're playing. I would rather play William Karlsson. Why is William Karlsson not playing? That's my question. Right, we'll try that. And then defensively, we'll try this. Well, I mean, we have to. Can you do what you're told? Thank you. And goalies, get Corpusalo back in there. He's playing an 87 now. He's started to drop a lot of contests. Oh, jeez. Pardon me. That's a stress burp, that is. Right, this is cutting it down to the wire here, lads. Right. This is one of the last games we play. We need to get a win here, lads. McKinnon against JT Miller for the opening face-off. Come on. I don't often like losing... or I don't often like beating the New York Rangers, but I'll allow it this time. First period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Derek Stepan and Dubinsky score. Okay, we've only had 4 shots on goal. Are you fucking kidding me, boys? 4 shots in 1 period? That's disgraceful. Second period. It's a 3-2 lead. Good. Gregory Campbell and William Karlsson score. Camilleri gets a goal on Corpusalo. We're being outshot like crazy. A power play. We managed to kill it off. Good lads. We just need that insurance marker here, Columbus. A power play. Insurance marker? Nope. Okay. Come on. We need an insurance marker. Oh. Colton Sissons? What the hell is he doing on the Rangers lineup? Yes, Jacob Trouba. He scores a goal. Good lad. Jacob Trouba breaks the tie once again. Come on, Columbus. Hold this lead. Hold this lead. Good lad. Jacob Trouba. Awesome job, mate. That's one of the reasons why I traded for you, mate. Okay. We're on 88 points. The only chance we've got is a wild card spot. Okay, we've got 2 more games to play this season. How far are the other teams out of a playoff spot? I need to check this. 57 points for Nathan McKinnon. He's starting to rack up the points. Eastern Conference. So, Toronto have played 1 more game than us. Oh. If we win our next game, I think we're guaranteed a playoff spot. We need to win the next game. Come on, lads. Oh, we're just about going to make it into the playoffs, I think, if we're lucky. Ah, Jack Johnson and Trouba play up against each other for our penultimate game of the season. Come on, lads. We've got this. It isn't quite Eastern Conference winning, but as long as we make it to the playoffs, then it's a completely different ballgame. Dubinsky against Little for the opening face-off. First period. Shit. Shifley scores 2. Oh, no. And we're 2-0 down. Shit. Second period. Oh, why? Bufflin and Darno score. Third period. 7-0 win. Really? Where was my offense? Where was my offense, lads? It was nowhere. What are you doing? Sean Bergenheim's injured. Brilliant. Last game of the season. We need Toronto to lose that last game. Because otherwise we might not make the playoffs. We're still in a wild card spot. Need to hold a team meeting. Lads, you need to get your heads out of your asses. We need to win this game, lads. We need to win. Clinching the playoffs is important. Get your heads out of your asses and let's win a hockey game. Right. I just need to check how we're doing in the division again. We've got space on Carolina, but that's not the problem. We haven't clinched a playoff spot yet. We need a win here to clinch a playoff spot, I think. Right. It's going to come down to this final game. Ottawa can't clinch. Florida could clinch. So it's between Columbus, Toronto, and Florida. It's coming right down to our final game of the season. If we win here, we'll be set. We need to win this game, though. Come on, lads. We're not getting any scoring whatsoever, and I don't know why. Right, Brandon Sarge, you're playing on the first line. Sonny Milano, you can play there. Who's scratched? Who's scratched? Why is William Karlsson scratched? I don't get it. William Karlsson play on the third line. we'll rock this whole idea again. I don't know why it keeps going best lines. I can't remember ever doing that. The goaltenders, we're having Korpisalo play. Korpisalo has to play. Oh, God, it comes right down to this. Whether we make the playoffs or not. I mean, even if we lose this game, then there is still a chance. But let's just make it easy for ourselves, lads. Let's beat Pittsburgh. They've got 11 more points than us. Let's just do it. Crosby against McKinnon for the opening face-off. First period. You guys just can't do it, can you? Korpisalo, you're fucking useless, aren't you? Hagelin and Eric Fair score on Korpisalo. Second period. Okay, it's a 3-1 game. Wenberg and Pouliot score. ×8 simulation. If it goes 4-1, we just simulate the rest of the game. Okay, come on, Columbus. Score a okay, right, simulate the rest of the game. It's a 4-1 loss for Columbus. Brilliant. Now we've got to see if we make the playoffs or not. Just advance a day. Please, lads. Please make the playoffs. Scouting assignment. Okay. That's not really what I want to focus on right now, but okay then. Okay, come on. Advance that day. We made the playoffs. We made the playoffs. We just made the playoffs. Who lost their games? I wonder if any teams had the same amount of points as us. Oh, that's going to be really interesting to see. I want to have a look at this. No, Florida lost their last game, as did Toronto. Oh, boys, thank you so much. Oh, wow, Toronto and Ottawa missed the playoffs by 1 point. Oh, we were a fringe team this year. We just about managed to squeak in, guys. Oh, that was heart-wrenching right at the end of the season. But we did it, lads. We did it. Oh, we made the playoffs there, gentlemen. Regular season's ended. We start against the Buffalo Sabres. That is our first playoff series against the Buffalo Sabres. Now, I said we wanted to have a deep playoff run this year. I still stand by that. I stand by it. We need a deep playoff run here, lads. So, I am going to end this episode here then, folks. We are going up against the Buffalo Sabres for the first round of the 2018 NHL playoffs. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.